Hi guys, so for today's Busted Out, I'm going to try out these guys. I've had them for a while and I think I used them when they came in or possibly around there. Like I can see some of these aren't open yet, but I remember doing a foil technique with this one. These are edgeables from Crafter's Companion. If they're still available or some of the other items I'm using, I'll have links in the description box. Those will be affiliate links, which means I'll make a small commission if you purchase items to those links, but I'm not counting on it. They're pretty old, but like I said, some of the other items may still be in stock somewhere. I'm trying to get this a little bit brighter in here. I don't think that's helping. Okay, I'll adjust that later. And so I was like, what do I want to do? So I do want to use this one since I never used this one, and I never used this one either, I don't think. So from these guys, I have like the sleigh. Is it in there? Oh yeah, it felt like nothing was in there. The snowman one, which I think I did try those out. I have these guys. And then so I started looking for paper. I was thinking what I can do is use one of the edgeables on the top, but then I didn't want to flip that same one underneath to make it look like something like this because the angels would be upside down at that point. So I thought, oh, well, I can just do the snowflake one right down there. So I think that's what I'll do. I'm gonna have that guy. Actually, it would be cute, but these are kind of like cartoony if we did the little snowmen down here with the angels up here. But anyway, I think I'm going to mix and match these guys. So then I thought, well, how can I get this going and still look cool and then have the background and possibly so someone can write a message, because as you can see with this, you can't really write anything. Unless this is one solid piece. I do want to put acetate. So kind of like what we did the other day with, I guess, my last Busted Out. Very similar, guys. A little bit different technique, though. So I think I'll still make a 6x6 card. Yeah, it's 6 by 2 inches. And then we'll try to figure that out. So I'm going to use this glitter card. I went and grabbed some... This one, I don't even think I ever used this paper pack. Oh look! Wow, that's pretty nice. Decorative Christmas. I just thought it was kind of basic. It was going to be kind of cheesy. Like, it has some good stuff in there. Oh, so cute. I mean, look, even this one has glitter. So I was thinking about putting that one in the background, but again, look at the... Oh, wow, this is a good paper pack. I must have looked at it because the way the stickers are on the side, but like, even these have like glitter. So cute. Look at that one. Okay, so we'll definitely use this to kind of put a background, and possibly I'll use that Christmas, the Crafter's Companion Sentiments kit that I got not too long ago that who knows how often I'll use it. I did pull this piece out, it was in my stash, but I need a bigger piece of paper than that, because what I'm going to do is make the whole card base from this sugar crystal, which is like one of my favoriteest papers from... Sorry, yes, it's like my favorite paper. Again, you can use alcohol ink markers on this, color them, all kinds of fun things. I was just going to think, but you know what? This will be fine. We are going to make a 6-inch square card. This paper is, I believe, A2 size. Let me see. Yeah, it's 11 inches tall. So what's going to happen is that we need to cut this away anyway. So I wanted this to be the actual background of the paper. I didn't want to... I want this to be the card base itself, you know? I didn't want to piece things and stick them on the acetate. Maybe the acetate goes... I don't know. So we can still do this because this paper... is, we're just going to cut into it anyway, right? We're going to need this piece and this piece. They can be separate. So that's good. Okay. So what I'm going to do is cut this paper 6 inches wide just to get it going. And then we're just going to have a piece missing, right? So is this one piece? Yeah. Okay. So 6 inches wide. I just love that, you know, Freeform Friday and Busted Out on Wednesday are basically the same kind of thing. I try to use the stuff I already have. And then hopefully that'll help you guys out. Use your own stuff. 6 inches wide, that's a big card. And then... Sorry, I was looking at something. Okay, I'm trying to think how I want to do this. Let's go ahead and score it at the 6 inches, and then we'll see how we want to kind of get that other piece that we need. So 5, 6 is here. I'm trying to follow this along. I'd rather do several light scorings than one harsh one that ends up being like a problem. So, especially with this glitter paper, who knows? Looks okay, not cracking, not shedding too much, or at all, I guess. Okay, so let's look at these dies and then we'll see what we want to cut off of this and how we can use it. Again, I have more of the paper, so if I just need to make a little strip down here that I'm going to die cut into, we can do that. Perfect. Alright. Let's see. So this one is called Christmas Angels. I have a bunch of ideas in my head, you guys. I don't know if I'm going to get them out in time, because I am going to make my Santa sleigh that people asked about, my little candy. It's an old school thing people used to do. It was like a tradition. Obviously, we hadn't gotten together last Christmas. And So I need to get back in the mojo of making my little sleighs. So I just have to pick up some Christmas candy, but I have everything else that they require. So this is the angel one. I'm going to pop this on the top, and I want to make it... So this is the thing. If you want to write a note, you still need some area that's going to be covered up, right? So I'm thinking about doing this one kind of high and leaving the other one with some space down here so that you can write. So this guy, you can still at least say, you know, from, you know, whatever family or something in here. So this guy also needs to be a little bit higher up. So this guy as high as I can get it without looking weird. And then this guy here. And I can place these on the same piece because it doesn't matter. What I'm trying to say is leave yourself some room. Again, if this was a 12-inch paper, it would be one thing, but it's not. So maybe I should do this in 2 pieces because we can adjust this a little bit more. And like I said, if I need more height, I can get it from another piece, you know, of scrap paper or another piece completely. So let's just get this guy as high as we can. I'm going to leave it one piece. I'm not going to cut it or anything like that right now. And we are going to run it through whatever die cutting machine you like to use. Why am I using these weird little bits? Get some more here. This paper is glitter paper. It doesn't really take the tape super well, so that's why I'm putting quite a bit. I don't want it to move at all. And so I will just run this through, and I will be right back. I think I'm going to run it through my little spellbinders, just like that, on its platform, and I'll be right back. So let's get this. This piece should... Theoretically, you just come away, right? Yeah. Oh, it's holding on that little corner. It's holding on a little bit right here. Let's see if we can pop these guys out. Okay, I'm going to do a little weeding, little cleaning up, and then I'll be right back. Oh, so pretty. You know, it's so funny. I was just using this 3-in-1, 4-in-1 tool, whatever it's called, tool-in-one, and this is ancient. This is like when they first came out. I mean, look at that. Ugh, it's all gross. And I saw this morning on Spellbinders. Oh, they're having a huge sale. But anyway, that these, they have replacement heads. And I'm like, for what? But yeah, that's for what? These pieces. So after a while, after you're like doing this, sometimes they get caught in different areas and they pull out. So yeah, that's the for what. But kind of funny. I have a separate one, a whole other tool-in-one. So I'll just use that when I'm ready. Okay, so that's the top part. Again, like I said, I wanted to give us some room so that if you had a sentiment to go down here, you can still write it, and this area will be kind of clear, kind of see-through, and maybe I'll get a sentiment in there. I don't know. So we want this guy, and I can still use what's left here. I'll just be careful. Well, maybe not, right? I mean, all this will still be there in this area. Let's see. Something like that. I guess you could still write a little something here. There's kind of a big space. You know what? I'll just get another piece. This isn't going to help. It needs to be deeper than this one. So let's grab that scrap of paper I had earlier. Maybe this guy. And that way I can give myself the amount that I want. Because if that's cut away there, we have all this area. Yeah, I'm still a bit lower. So let's cut this 6 inches. By, where are we at? Roughly 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm going to cut this 6 by 4 and I'll be right back. So again, just because I wanted to leave a lot towards the bottom. How much is a lot? I don't know. We'll see. Let's put this back on here. This here. Like in there. And then maybe if I have a greeting, it'll be visible here or something. I kind of should have eyeballed that. So I probably need 4 inches, maybe 3.5, you know. I'm just trying to make sure I have what I need. I think that's good right there. Got it a little bit crooked. Alright, now I'll tape this down. And I'll just run through this little piece in my die cutting machine. And I will be right back. And what I mean by just this piece, I mean just this piece. We don't need the card base, obviously we don't want to cut that. And then I'll also cut down a piece of acetate to 6 inches wide and just under 6 inches in the height so that we can tuck it in there really nicely and not have it like bother anything. Okay, I'll be right back. So that's just kind of sliding off because I recycled the tape. And I'll clean this out. This looks really weird because That's right, because I'm going to do this. So this little delicate area is held on, and why is this big piece still here? Because of that, I'm just going to snip that off, do my weeding, and I'll be right back. Okay. So we have this, so I have my card base. So this piece, like I said, I cut it 6 in height, but just under 6 in the other direction. This is going to be a little bit tricky, and I thought I weeded this really well, and I did not. Look at this. So some pieces here. Because this is so delicate, and then we're going to have to put glue, and you know, obviously you don't want glue all over the place. So I'll put the glue on the back of my hand, but we'll see. Ooh, super delicate. My goodness. Okay. Now let me make sure if I have this. Yeah, this is 6, and then if you can see if I cut it the other way, it's a little bit short, so I need it to be like this. And the reason it's a little bit short because I don't want to butt it right into the crease, right? So I want to give myself a little bit of room. So let's get to it. I'll put this aside here. I'm going to put a good amount of glue here. We really want to hold that on. Love Nuvo Deluxe, especially with acetate. Well, not especially with, but what I'm saying is it works really well with acetate. It doesn't like show up too much. It really disappears. So putting the glue in the back of my hand. Ooh. And just getting these pieces, especially the very delicate pieces, on my hand here. Making sure this is still the right direction. Yep. Just bringing it up under that crease. Now we're really gonna have to hold this down, so I'm probably gonna spend some time here and maybe put one of my die cutting machines on top of this. Because you have all that delicate prettiness. And once I'm done with that, I'll do the same thing with this bottom piece. Put glue all on here, dab, 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 and place it right on this acetate down here. Aww. And making sure it's, you know, right at the base. Look at that. I'll be right back. Sitting on here, I'm going to hold these pieces down. And once I feel like the other piece is holding down, I'll bring the marquee over here. And in the meantime, I'll think about what I want to do for the paper that goes on the inside of this. I'll be right back. Okay, I hope we're ready. Kind of move on here. Alright, oopsie. So I was going to make a choice, but then I had that thing set on and I couldn't really see what's going on. How pretty. So, I mean, even this purple, I'm sure it'd look lovely in the background. Look at that. More of a purple scene. I didn't think about using that. I was going to use, like, even this one, this dark blue with just, like, the silver dots. You guys, how pretty. Oh, man, I kind of like that. And then even this one's kind of fun because it has the same kind of effect. Like, side to side. Look at that one. Oh, my gosh. And even in this direction, if you wanted just to change up the direction. This is the one I was really wanting to use because of that silver foil, but I think this is the one that looks the least... Oh, actually, that looks really cool. I would say this one looks the least best, but... Oh my gosh, you guys. Let me see about this purple one. See, there's a 6x6 paper pad. I'm going to trim it down a little bit. That's really cute, and it brings like the purple out of the paper. I don't know how to explain that. It looks more purple. Oh, this is such a tough decision. Because I was going to put the sentiment on the inside in here, but now I'm thinking I have room here. I can put the sentiment out here. And maybe some other, I don't know. I don't know what I want to do with this. Maybe a sentiment, just like a finger bow, right? To make it more oomph. Or here. Gosh, I don't know. Let me see this other one. I really like that, even that stripy one, but this one. This one looks more serious, doesn't it? And when the other one's more playful. Okay, I'm taking a lot of time just to look at that. Honestly, I really do like that. Okay, we'll do it that one, but honestly, the purple one was great too. Okay, I'm just going to trim it down a little bit, like I said, because I don't really want to put it right in the crease, but maybe this is actually... It fits in there really well without bothering anything, so let's just do that. Now, that means you probably need a little journaling spot because this is very dark paper, or if you have some kind of glitter pen, maybe that would show up. Ooh. It is raining and it's starting to come down. Oh, and it's windy. I know, I saw a wind advisory. I was like, no, because my little trees and my baby trees in the back don't like that. Oh, come on, buddy. There we go. Nuvo Deluxe is like, I will do my job right now. Aw, okay, let me go look through my sentiments. Again, I was thinking about using that verse sentiment set, but maybe I'll just use some of those little dies that I picked up recently. We'll see. I'll be back. You know, I pulled this out. Little Joy to the World. What's interesting, it's very kind of thin, and then I was like, okay, I want some like a metallic silver, but I found this brushed silver one, so I might make it work. But I think if I do this, what I'm going to do is also cut this out of like a darker blue, and then drop shadow it. That way it pops a little bit, right? So I have this big Joy to the World. I'll run this through. Also, again, like I said, through some darker blue or something. That'll make it pop, and I'll be right back. Okay, so, oopsie. Looking for like a navy blue, but you know, I ran out of patience, so I found this one. It's a nice blue. And so I'm just gonna pop this out. Really nice sentiment. I like the way it looks, like the die itself. I'm gonna clean this guy out. Oh, that came out really cleanly. With the other paper, I had to kind of pop out all the little bits and pieces that are in there. And I'm going to put that guy together, something like that. Oh yeah, I wonder if, So drop shadowing it, you know, with the drop shadow to the right, it looks like this, you know, maybe drop shadow it, which I always do, basically to this way. You know, just it gives a different look, whatever it is that you want to end up with. I think I'll do it like this. That'll make my eyeballs crazy. Looking through this with the little foil in the back is like, ooh. Okay, and when I do something like this, I don't really know what all is going to touch, so I just put some glue everywhere, and then I'll lay them over each other in a way that I like, but you know, you kind of start somewhere, so I can't just pop it on there because, you know, even the OY is kind of hanging out. So let's say I start with this J, and just a little something. Kind of doing a lot of drop shadow, a lot of blue showing, which is fine. And then my OY, I need to do the same amount. So I'm kind of just working a little bit at a time to hopefully get this about where I need it to be. Like this world part seems to be way out. This top one. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna let that set up for just a little bit. Then I'm just going to put glue on the back of this and pop it down. Okay. So that would be our card. Again, you can put like maybe die cut like a little tag or just whatever shape that fits under there. I mean, you still have a good amount of room, or maybe a little matte layer. And you have room to actually write something there. It says Joy to the World. I did use some acetate that I just had in my stash. I probably should use the same one I used last time because it was that graphics one, and it's nice and sturdy. Like you can see, this is kind of floppy, but it'll still hold up. Looks really pretty. I love that. And then again, just to finish it off, you know me. So I stopped gluing my hand. Finger bow. I might do just... Should we do the tulip? You know, the tulip is much bigger. I'm thinking I'm just going to do one little. So I'm just going to put it in front of my fingers. And this is, you know, behind and around your index. And then we're going to go behind, up, and across. I'm going to leave quite a bit here. So I'm keeping my fingers a little bit wider to make the bow a little bit bigger. Around, behind your middle finger, over everything. Okay, across all those bands that you have in front of your hand there. Pull it through, and then just bring it around and into this loop. Now usually I do 2 or 3, but today I just want to do 1. So it's an accent piece, but it's not really like what we're looking at. I want the die cutting and all that to be the focal point. So let me bring these off. And like I said, you don't really want to pull this one because it'll make this guy smaller, but you can adjust your bow in different ways. Hold on, let's pull that a little bit tighter. So I'll show you what I mean. So you see it's like a Mobius kind of thing is going around and here and there, so it's all related. So if I pull this, it's going to pull it out here. But if I pull from here, it's going to pull away from this side. And then you can also pull away from this area before you tighten it up. So there's different ways to adjust it if you need to. The only thing is whenever I pull this one, this is Dollar Tree organza, it gets a little wonky. Should we set it? I probably should have cut those a little bit bigger. I like to set it with a little flame, if I can get this flame going. Just a little. You just have to get close to it. And it'll singe it up. Sometimes it singes it up too much, like that one. Okay, I'm gonna do the other side. I'll be right back. My heater's on and blowing, and this thing doesn't want to light. So, you know, you normally put these over here, but I kind of like the way it looks over here. That's cute. Just a little something. I know there's a lot of space here, but I like the way it looks over here. So I'm happy with it. Again, if you want to bring more things, maybe some little crystal stone things or however, but this is what I'm going to do. And I normally stick those down with hot glue, so I'll fire up my hot glue gun, stick that down, and I'll have images for you guys. So thanks for watching. I hope you like this busted out with fun dies from a year ago, 2 years ago? I don't know. It's been a while. Alright guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you all at the next one. Bye now.